Hey guys, welcome to Have a Drink Pops. Let's have a drink, matter of fact. Woo woo!
Hey,
You guys, I got Sam Hall from Roadhouse Rebels. Uh, these guys been taking over South Georgia. I mean, they
and
are.
it's been our pleasure to do so.
These guys are rocking it up. If you can get out and see a show, I want to remind y'all to support local music. Local music is, the way to go for locals. I mean, even if you have to get out just a little bit, go 20 miles to go see a band. Go do it.
There's a lot of good musicians out there that could really
Exactly.
use your support. I mean, they really need to be seen and heard and supported.
That's right, man. I
A
mean,
lot of good music. Take your choice. A lot of genres out there. There's everything from jazz to blues to rock to country. If you like it, go out there and listen to it.
that's right. That's right. Where you guys playing at next?
We are playing at Little Whiskey River. I believe it's the 22nd, I want to say,
Oh,
of
that's
this
my
month.
birthday weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I might be playing a show that night, but
Well,
but
good for you too,
if
man.
I'm
Good for
not,
you.
if I'm not, I'm coming to see y'all. Yeah,
Yeah, it'll
because
be
the 23rd is my
always a good
birthday.
show there. Always a good show. Always a good crowd. Very
Yeah,
responsive, and that's one thing I really like about playing there and a few other clubs around here is the response from the people, man. It's just been tremendous. I mean, they're just not crowds that just sit there and watch you, man. They are actually crowds that participate and they roar and they clap for you and they
sing.
respond to what you're doing. And it's a great feeling. It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
it really is. So you guys been doing a lot of the little the fairs and the festivals around here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which that's so much fun. I wish so. I've done that too. A couple bands I've been in. I wish more local people would get out and see those shows because that's when you really shine. You pull out all the stops. You're outdoors. You're putting every sound piece you got into it,
And
and
playing outside is a lot more difficult than it is playing inside. It
yeah, it
really
is.
is. I
Yeah,
mean, trying to get your sound right so you could be heard and, the monitoring and all of that, it's
yeah.
just a little bit more touchier than it is to play
It
inside.
really is. So I want to ask you,
Sure.
where are you from?
I was born in a city called Lockport, New York, which is 20 miles east of Niagara Falls. So when people ask me where I'm from, I say Niagara Falls because it's a lot easier than saying
Right,
Lockport, New York.
right.
Lockport, even though Lockport's historical town, because it's where the Erie Canal travels through and the locks are, and most of the buildings from that city are built from stones that were taken out of the canal to build it. So that it's a very historic town. But yeah, I
Okay,
was born in Lockport, New York.
okay. So I just want to let
Lockport,
you.
New York. Love you guys.
Hey, I just want to let you know, we are brothers from another mother. I'm not from New York. I'm from Detroit,
Okay.
right across,
All right.
a couple lakes and a little bit of
Oh
land
yeah.
there,
Right.
but
Skipping the pebble across
yeah,
the ponds, man. Right.
that's right. We're from up there, and we brought it down to South Georgia to rock this dang place, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
shit, we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So did you start playing music up there?
No, actually, I was 15 years old, and I was in the local park right up next to it's called Crow Park, right up next to Lake Ontario, and there was a band called Woodbridge playing there, and I was intrigued not only by the band, but I was intrigued by how many kegs they had. Beer kegs. I mean, seriously, they had just so many beer kegs,
uh,
and I just thought it was just so cool that they were just,
yeah,
pouring it. And I was
yeah.
15 years old, and I just kind of hung around them. And one of the members of Woodbridge, they asked me, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name, and remember that this is like 45 years
Oh
ago.
my God, that's shit's way
Yeah,
that's
40.
way
Yeah, he
gone.
asked me if I'd give him a hand doing, and I was just hooked on the music scene from there on. I mean, just
Yeah,
the camaraderie of the band itself and the love they gave me just for helping them out and everything
right.
else. I was just hooked on the whole rock and roll scene. I thought they were cool, badass. So, further down the road, I ended up working with a friend of mine. His name's Joey Fomer, great guitar player, great musician up in Western New York. I ended up moving just down the street from him, and he was in a band called Tyrant. And Tyrant was like the biggest thing going on right then at that time.
Crazy.
So me just kind of like, hey, yeah, I'll give you a hand. I'll do it for free. Sure. Absolutely, man. As long as I can hang out, you know. And I was 15, 16 years old, and I was getting into these bars and everything at 15, 16 years old, hanging out with
Yeah.
this band at the
Yeah.
bars. And then ever since, and then I started, to make a long story short, the guitar player, Buddy Huber from band Tyrant, he says, hey, man, he heard me singing. He's like, why are you working with us?
Yeah.
You should have your own band. Well, down the road, took his advice, got sick of humping everybody's furniture, and
Yeah.
everybody's equipment and
Yeah.
everybody's, well, did my own thing. Started
Right
doing my
on.
own thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
got asked, I was singing karaoke, the old karaoke thing. And I was singing karaoke and I was approached by a guy named Tony Trushow. Trushow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
his last name's Trushow.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I,
he asked me if I'd be willing to audition for his band, and which turned out to be Puzzle Box, and that band lasted for quite a few years. And,
okay.
so that's how
Good.
it's kept on going. And it's
That's
been
good.
45 years now, man.
Yeah. I hadn't been doing it that long because when I was in high school, I actually was doing a lot of drugs and seeing a lot of concerts. So it is just crazy.
What was your first concert?
My first concert was a Moody Blues concert.
Are you kidding
And
me?
this is no shit. Stevie Ray Vaughan opened up for the Moody
Right on.
Blues. And I was so blown away by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I've been a fan ever since then. But it was like that guy, I was just so infatuated with what he did. And then, but then the Moody Blues came on, and I loved the Moody Blues. Of course, there was a lot of drugs going on, so when you love a band and you're doing them drugs, you just
What year we talking?
we're talking 80,
Okay.
1980,
Okay.
somewhere around there, 79, 80. I believe it was. Maybe it was a little later, but yeah, those are my high school years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hooked on going to concerts. I seen my first concert was Blue Oyster Cult, 1979, Buffalo Auditorium.
Seen them about the same time too.
Yeah,
Blue Oyster Cult,
just hooked.
Godzilla.
Hooked. Concert, just from that moment on, I was hooked. Every concert I could see, or any concert I could I get to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just hooked on concerts from
Yeah.
there on.
Yeah. I mean, I seen them all when I was in there.
Yeah.
Everyone that came through, I seen.
I've been very
So
privileged to meet a lot of famous musicians as
real.
well. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've met the original band of Creed.
Uh,
I,
okay, so I mean, we're not going to talk about Creed on here, but I know those guys too.
oh, okay, my
And
bad.
I'll tell you a story about them later.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good.
uh, but moving on. So
Meanwhile,
we're experiencing in the area little storms right now, and when the storms start happening, Sam gets a little nervous. For some reason, I don't know, a little lightning, a little thunder, and he starts looking around and he starts trying to find shelter. Why
yeah.
is that?
Well, that's because I was struck by lightning while pumping gas. Believe it or not, there's actually, and if you don't believe it, there's actually
I'm
videos of
laughing
it.
now. It's not funny, but I'm laughing now.
I can laugh about it myself. I mean, it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me because I'll be honest with you, I got to meet a lot of really cool people. I got to fly all over the country and do interviews.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so people who were interested. I mean, fresh out of the gate, as soon as the Today Show found out, which was that day they found out that I was struck by lightning because it was all over the news.
Yeah.
I got videos of broadcasts of that in different countries like England, Britain over Britain, and all just talking of, William Hall was struck by lightning about pumping petrol, it's like petrol. That's very cool. But yeah, I was struck by lightning. It was caught on 4 different camera angles. It would happen in Barker, New York, in 2010, which is 13 years now. Yeah, I was struck by lightning pumping gas, and it is on YouTube somewhere. If you look it up, it's there. You'll see me. Yeah, struck by
Okay.
lightning, man. Not
All
too
right.
many people can say they're struck by lightning by pumping
No,
gas.
I mean that
At least to live about it.
that is an experience that I don't want to experience.
Well,
Especially at my age, I might not live through it.
the
So
biggest question is, what did it feel like? Well, it happened so fast, you really don't. I didn't feel anything, but other than my whole body just tightened up and I went black.
And they
That's
have
all. Yeah.
videos of it, so
Yeah.
you could.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what happened, but you're
Right.
like, you realize that I got struck by
Right.
lightning.
Well, I remember the gentleman, somebody came out of the store that we were at, came out of the store, and I heard, "Hey, man, you all right?" And, I could hear people milling around me and talking, and, "Oh, I think you're struck by lightning," just all this stuff. And, but I couldn't move. I just couldn't move.
Oh
I
shit!
just couldn't respond, couldn't move. I think my brain was conscious, but my body was saying, "No way, dude."
This ain't happening
Yeah,
right
you
now.
ain't moving right this second. Give it a minute. Give it a
Uh,
minute. Absorb what you just after you.
uh, so that's got to be an experience, and then to the nation wide exposure. Was you in
Oh
a
yeah.
band at the time?
Sorry.
Was you in a band at the time?
As a matter of fact, I was. I think
Did
I
you
was in a
pump the
band called.
band?
I think I was in a band called Runner Hall at the time.
Did you pump the band?
Oh yeah. Actually, they came to my house and they interviewed my. Well, not so much interviewed the band, but they came to my house and they filmed a performance of us. They wanted me. What they wanted me to do is they wanted me to write a song about my experience getting hit by lightning. So then, when they got there, they can record us playing it.
Ah,
And actually, after we did the song for them, the producer asked me if he could have my lyrics and if I would sign this for him, just in case it went off, the
yeah,
rails or something like that,
yeah.
So I was more than happy to do that for him. Nothing ever became of it,
Uh,
I'm
well,
not
that
bound for
happens. We
fame that way.
I was in a band and we did a thing for this company, and he spent all the money producing a video and doing all this stuff for his own show, and he may have signed over rights, but we have 20,000 plays on YouTube and
Right.
all
Well,
that
that's
kind of
great,
good,
man.
yeah, all that kind of stuff, but it really, that's all it's got,
It doesn't pan out to be
Yeah,
anything, right? Right. Right.
so
It's
I mean,
nice to get that kind of recognition and the followings and all that, but it really doesn't
exactly.
amount to,
Yeah, I mean,
it's not life changing, right?
you got to be in the millions and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So
Well, actually, me getting hit by lightning, I think there was 3 or 4 million views of it.
oh,
Yeah.
I bet there was.
I wish I had copyrighted that thing.
Yeah, you
You
would have
just
been.
paid me $1 a
They would
view.
have been using your thing on, world's worst, lightning strikes or something.
I'll take it
And
any
you
way I
might
get
be
it.
still on there once in a while.
Yeah, I'll take it
Who
any way I can
knows?
get it.
Uh, eh, so 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 what city was that in?
Barker, New York.
Barker, New
It's a
York.
little, just a small. I don't want to say hick town because I love the little town. It's a very small town. And all the people know everybody.
All
So
right,
that's how
right.
small it is, and
So
great community.
so there's some crazy names to cities um, that I want to talk about. There's one right here in Florida
Right.
called Two Eggs.
Okay.
All right, Two Eggs, Florida. What's up with that? I mean,
2 eggs for.
Two Eggs, Florida. I got some more here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hold on. Let me, guys. I'm
Is
not.
that 2 eggs Flora team?
uh, geez. I mean, you have there's like Lick, Kentucky.
Be lick.
Lick. I mean, I here in Georgia, you have nothing that tickles my wife.
Is it like BEE or just B?
No, it's BEE.
Okay. Because if it
Yeah,
was just B, maybe that B stood for something.
yeah. I mean that.
But lick, you know what I mean? So,
So,
if it was just been a B, but
so one that tickles my wife is right here in Georgia,
right.
Cummings, Georgia. Cummings, she's like she gets a tickle every time
So
she
that's
hears.
kind of like Dick Insider. Yeah.
So here's another one, Bigfoot, Texas. So Bigfoot is in Texas,
That's cool.
the city of Bigfoot.
Okay. Well, maybe that's where he resides too.
Yeah. Um. Uh. There's the names of
Well,
cities.
there is a town called Fuck, right?
Fuck.
There is a town called Fuck.
All right.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's in the States, but I think it's overseas or in England or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called fuck.
Yeah. Well, because like fuck, it means something else
Oh,
in other countries.
I'm sure it does.
Like right here, we know what that shit means.
Oh yeah.
And it's, fuck you.
Fuck has
And
many meanings. It
Yes.
depends on how you use it. Yeah.
and I think there's a story behind fuck, but we're not getting
For
into that.
unlawful cardinal knowledge.
Yeah.
I think that's what it stands for. For unlawful cardinal knowledge.
Okay. If you say so.
No, seriously. Seriously.
Okay.
That's if you, Van Halen has an album for unlawful cardinal knowledge. Fuck.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. I mean, I did know that
Right.
because I've heard that
Right.
before, but I didn't realize that.
And I think it was a little polka baby rock.
Oh jeez.
It may have been.
So
That's my
Buttermilk, Kansas. Come on, Buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk, Kansas. Chicken, Alaska. Let me see if I find a good one. Dinosaur, Colorado. That's where all the old people live.
Right. Dinosaur. Yeah, that's where they all go to die.
Let's see what else we got. Eek.
Oh, you got a French lick. Check that out, man. French lick. Right underneath Town. French lick.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit right there.
Right. I wonder what the women look like there.
What the hell is a goose pimple?
It's like a goosebump.
A goose pimple?
Yeah, it's good. Some people call it goosebumps. Some people call it goose pimples. Yeah.
All right.
Some people call it chicken skin.
Goose Pimple Junction, Virginia. Gripe, Arizona. That's where I'm retiring at.
Right.
Where I can gripe
That's right.
all I want.
That's right.
That's my retirement city. I'm going to Gripe, Arizona. Holy crap.
Hell, Michigan.
What?
Hell, Michigan.
Yeah?
No kidding.
Hell.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there.
I've probably been there, being from Michigan. I've probably been through there, All right, here's a good one. Hooker, Oklahoma.
The HO.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Hooker. I'm sorry, Gina. We're not going there.
No, not today. Maybe next week.
All right. Hungry Horse.
Road trip.
Kill Ireland.
Kill Ireland.
Oh my God. I mean, so these people that are naming their cities.
I'm just looking through it myself.
Yeah.
There's a couple of crazy ones. What is that? My large intestine, Texas?
Yeah.
Are you serious? My large intestine, Texas.
Oh my God.
If anybody lives in my large intestine, Texas, please get a hold of this guy. We want to talk to you.
That's the message. And let me understand how you abbreviate or how you my large intestine, Texas. Wait a minute. No, yeah, my large intestine. And then right under that one, it's I need more.
Oh my goodness, it's great.
We definitely need more.
Yes.
All right, we ain't even
Everything.
halfway
More
through.
of everything.
We ain't even.
Please send more of everything.
All right, we have a nowhere else. Let's see. Okay, Oklahoma.
Pie Town.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you ever watch American Pie, you know I mentioned that one, Pie Town.
All right, who would want to live in Possum Trot?
Possum Trot. That sounds, sounds.
This is where I want to be at. Sexy. Santa Cruz.
But to get back to Possum Trot,
Possum Trot.
Wouldn't that be like a Harry Potter or something like that kind of place? Wouldn't that be cool? Like Possum Trot?
Yeah, it would be.
Sounds like a place from Harry Potter.
It does. Yeah. I bet you that is. I think it is.
It should be.
I think
if it ain't, somebody ought to put it there.
I think Hermaine was from Possum Trot.
Who?
that sexy little young ass girl that I
Oh,
shouldn't be looking at.
oh, yeah.
But if you see pictures of her now,
That's why I said. That's why I said his wig came.
yeah. All right. So hold on.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see if there's anything better. Uh,
Sweet Lips, Tennessee.
oh,
Now there you go.
there,
There you go. Sweet Lips, Tennessee.
I
I
love
bet you
Miss
it's named.
Tennessee.
I bet you it's named after a sweet old lady
I
when
bet
she
you
was.
did.
Oh, sorry. When she was in her young day. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. And it's not affiliated with Hot Lips. You know,
Houlihan.
sweet. Yeah, no, it's not affiliated with her. Sweet Lips. You know. Oh my goodness.
I like that. Sweet Lips.
Yeah.
I'd like to write that on an envelope.
Uh, all right. So this is the one I was talking about earlier. 2 eggs, Florida. It
Yeah.
made this list. You know.
That's crazy.
Uh,
Toads suck.
what the fuck? Wait a minute.
How-
That's Eric.
who's allowed to
Arkansas.
name these places, anyways?
That's
Who
right.
gets this honor
I want.
to name these places like this?
I
And then
want.
who agrees to them?
Yeah. I mean, how do you get on the committee to name your town?
I mean, is it like some settler back in like the 1800s settled this place and named it some ridiculous name that nobody else would want to come to and keep them away?
I
And that's
mean,
it just stayed
so
that way?
can you imagine? They're sitting there for breakfast. We need to name this town. I'll take 2 eggs.
Yeah.
uh,
2 eggs! Hey! God, that's crazy. 2 eggs. That sounds great.
uh, so, all right. So that's all good and fine and dandy. So, I went to the buffet the other day here in town. You know, the China buffet.
Right.
And I paid with my credit card. They brought me a thing to sign, and it had gratuity on it. And it's a buffet,
Right.
and there's like a girl that sits you down at a table, and a girl that picks up your plate.
Are these two different girls?
Yeah, they're two different girls.
Okay.
Okay, and they want me to give a gratuity, and I'm just wondering if that's the proper thing to do at a buffet. I understand when you have a waiter that's, your wife's like, I need salt, I need, Worcestershire sauce, I need, and I did said that right,
Right.
Worcestershire, but
I'm not going to attempt it.
my wife needs a lot, but those people, I understand. I'm going to give them their 15 to 20% tip.
Right.
But the girl that comes by and, fills up your cup glass once in a while, you know, and sometimes they don't even do that, and they want a tip, I don't think that's proper.
Well, with a buffet, I mean, you're not really getting much of a service. I mean, but most of those places like Chinese buffets and Mexican restaurants and everything, they're all family or owned, so and pretty much the whole family works there or relatives work there. So pretty much the money that you give them as a tip pretty much stays in the family,
Yeah.
But it might personally, when it comes to tipping, it all depends on how attentive you are to my if a buffet, if you're coming to clean my plate all the time, and the plate's gone
Right.
as soon as I'm done, and you're
Right.
filling my drink all the time, and you're very attentive to what I'm, that's great. I'll give you some tip and everything, but
I'll
just
give
to
you
sit me
$2.
down.
I'll give you $2. I mean, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
give you 15% of the $50 bill, though.
Oh, I'm terrible with tipping.
Yeah.
My wife tells me all the time,
Yeah.
you need to give more, and I'm like, but honey, but honey,
That's
and
funny.
not only that. I barely saw her. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but she's like, they work for tips when they do a wage.
I
So
mean,
I understand
but
that.
not at a buffet.
Well, buffet, no.
You know,
I would give a couple bucks to whoever cleans the tables, just because I wouldn't want to put my hands in everybody's dirty ass dishes and shit. But
my wife's terrible. She's sitting there stacking plates at the. I'm like, don't do that. They pay people to do that, and she's still stacking them up and stacking them.
guilty,
Like, yeah.
guilty. Me and my wife, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. We do the same thing because we don't want to have all this when we're trying to talk across. We don't want all the plates and so of course we kind of stack it up and and then she'll start doing this and that's when it's like, no, that's getting a little too much. They'll get that, honey. I brought you out so you don't have to do that stuff tonight.
Anyway,
Well, speaking of that, if you don't mind saying
okay.
hello to my wife Kim. 21 years. We just celebrated our
Kim, we've met
21-year
before.
anniversary.
I wish you would have came out with Sam here.
Yeah, well, she just got out of the hospital, so she's
Okay.
nursing some wounds.
All
She
right.
actually had something very unexpected, and that's something I've never heard of before ever happened to anybody. But I guess this stuff happens. I guess your gallbladder can die inside of you
Oh, wow.
and get infected and cause you to be septic and take over your body, and that's what happened to her. She had to have emergency surgery,
Well,
and I love you, woman. I'm so glad you're doing better.
we're thinking about you.
Yeah, she's 21 years together, man.
21. I've
21
been with
years, man.
mine for 25 years now.
Wow. We are some couple of rare cats. I'm
Yeah,
telling
we
you, man,
are.
it just doesn't happen like that.
We are. And it's been some tough ass years.
Oh yeah, man.
You know,
If anybody that has a relationship as long as ours tells you that it's been a smooth sail through the whole thing, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. 'Cause nobody has 20 something years and it's been smooth sailing through the whole time.
Nah.
No way. No way.
uh,
But God bless Kim. I love you so much.
hey guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. I want you to like my Facebook page, subscribe to the channel. You see this podcast, share it, get it on out there. These guys, Roadhouse Rebels, they need all the publicity they can get. They are rocking the South
Come on
Georgia
out and
area.
see us. You'll see what we're talking about.
Um,
We'll see what we're all about. We'd love to have you. Come talk to us. We're very approachable. Don't worry about coming to talk. We'd love to talk to everybody. We're just glad to be able to perform for you. And just come out and see us. It'd be a great time. Great. And shout out to the guys, Roadhouse Rebels, Steve, Brandon, Brian, and my buddy Dave the Spider Mallory. Love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to sing for you.
yeah, we're gonna get the rest of the guys on here soon. So we'll see you soon. And we appreciate y'all having a drink with Pops. Thank y'all.
God bless. Stay safe.